On the backs of two titans frozen in time, an epic story is about to unfold. Hello everyone, my name is Tallara, and I'd like to welcome you to our Let's Play series of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. You may be wondering, why am I playing this game at this particular time? Well, there's a few reasons for that. This game is coming up on its 15th anniversary, which is crazy to think it's been that long. The game originally released for the Nintendo Wii back in 2010. At the time of this recording, it is the end of 2024, meaning next year, 2025, marks the 15th anniversary of Xenoblade Chronicles. I absolutely loved this game when I first played it, but it has been close to 15 years since I've last played it, meaning it is about time for a replay. Not only do I love the game, but I've actually never played the Definitive Edition. This version of the game launched on the Nintendo Switch in 2020, so a lot more recently. Not only does it have improved graphics and gameplay mechanics, it actually comes with an extra story mode, where we join Melia and her Nopon squad for an all-new standalone epilogue in an unexplored land. So this is going to be a really fun adventure, because not only is it going to be a replay of the game, my mind is definitely a little fuzzy, I don't have the best memory of all the aspects of the game, so we'll be revisiting it together, but then we'll also get to check out the extra story together for my very first time. Whether you're new to Xenoblade Chronicles or an old hand, I really hope you enjoy this Let's Play series. This is an absolutely beautiful game with a fantastic open world, fun gameplay mechanics, and an even better story. Without further ado, I think it's time for us to hit new game and load in. Apparently, as a special bonus for having played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we can start the game with 100,000 gold. I mean, who am I to say no to free stuff? Sure, why not?
Long ago, the world was nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then two great titans came into existence. The Bionis and the Mechonis.
Talk about an epic way to start off a game, right? We're immediately introduced to these two giant titans waging an endless war here with some pretty epic swordplay. I've always loved the beginning of Xenoblade Chronicles for this very reason. It starts off, well, with a bang.
Until at last, only their lifeless corpses remained.
Fast forward to present day. Well, close to present day.
Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon.
Retreat! Retreat! Get away from me! Retreat! No, retreat! The enemy Mecon's unknown! No! No!
It wouldn't be a JRPG without a handsome hero running in with an epic sword to save the day, right?
Soulless machines, they seem to know a thing or two. But we'll see. Dunban. We've been given the order to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6. That's where we'll set up the last line of defense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
Or we can stay and fight.
What?
We may die if we take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies. We have the Monado. With this, the future is ours for the taking.
Stupid beast. Your body can't take any more of the Monado. I can tell by just looking at you.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
I should have known I couldn't talk sense into a beast. Let's do this. I'm going with you. You'll need someone to drag your corpse on.
As long as you think you've still got the strength in you, old man.
Boy, you two. We've been ordered to pull back. I'm leaving.
Well, I say you're coming with us. What would we do without those?
The enemy's second wave! It's approaching!
It's now or never, Dunban. Let's show them what we've got. We'll give them a warm Hom's welcome.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. Ha. What are they trying to prove? I'm not throwing my life away. No point dying in some godforsaken field. Nothing for it. I'll have to use Dunban as a decoy. Yeah, that should give me time to escape.
Ah, evil guys, always saying their plans out loud. That works, right? I don't know if that guy's evil per se or just a coward, but regardless, Xenoblade Chronicles started off with a bang in that opening cutscene and then moved into even more warfare here on the ground. We're introduced to Dunban and his comrades. Dunban, the handsome JRPG hero with an epic sword, is ready to teach us how to battle. Press L or R to target a monster. Okay, easy enough. And when we target an enemy, we display the battle palette. Select the fight icon and press A to start the battle. So one extremely unique thing about Xenoblade Chronicles is its battle system. It is very different than a lot of JRPG battle systems. In fact, the type of game that I would most compare it to is an MMO, which is different for some people. It takes some getting used to. But I personally really like it. Maybe it's because I'm a big World of Warcraft fan. But regardless, we approach targets to auto-attack. Now that we have the attack selected and we're standing next to the Mechon M72, we will start attacking. Already I'm noticing a big difference in the graphics. As mentioned at the start of the episode, I only played this game on the Nintendo Wii. Obviously graphics have come a long way in 15 years, and I can tell the difference in the character models especially. Obviously we're not looking at photorealism here, but that's not necessarily always the best way to go. I like the more cartoony art style they settled on. What it really reminds me of is Kingdom Hearts, and I like it a lot. So here's more battle tutorials. We can also select arts with left and right and press A to confirm. You cannot use an art in the following circumstances: if you're out of range for the art or the conditions for using the art aren't met. We need to select from two different arts. We know Monado Enchant, which powers up our party members, or Monado Buster, which deals major damage to an enemy. Let's start with Monado Enchant to get everyone buffed. The music is also another high point of this game. We are ready to fight. Now let's use the Monado Buster here on the Mechon M63, which brings him down. Alright, what else do you got for us, Mechons? There's more of you? Excellent. Sounds good to me. So the battle system in the Enhanced Edition has been revamped a little bit to bring it more in line with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3. It's pretty much the same, but if anything, a bit more user-friendly. From what I remember about the Nintendo Wii game, it was a little confusing to understand. It didn't have the most intuitive tutorials, so from what I'm seeing here, it feels like this would definitely be more welcoming to new players. Alright, that group's done. Is there any more groups? That one? Oh yeah, big guy. Mechon M82. This looks like the boss of them all, hey? not unique just to Xenoblade Chronicles, but probably to JRPGs in general, you will hear a lot of the same battle dialogue from characters. For some reason, they really like to repeat themselves. So be warned for that.
You gotta be kidding.
When are you gonna make your run, Mr. Coward?
Looks like the Mechon are hell-bent on taking us out.
They'll have to be if they want to beat us. Now, let's even the odds a bit.
You heard him.
Dixon, Mumka, let's do this.
I'm surprised Mumkar hasn't turned tail and ran yet. Maybe he's got a bit more steel in him than I gave credit for. Dixon can certainly hold himself in a fight. And Dunban, well, you see what he's capable of. Oh! That looked like it hurt, but that looked like it hurt even more.
I ain't going down that easily. Tomban, you alright?
What does it look like? I'm still good to go.
Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit eventually.
Ah, now he's gonna exit stage left.
What are you doing? That way is...
Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you, but it's the Monado they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Mumka, you dirt.
Now, don't worry. I'll organize your funerals.
Wow, how generous of you.
Well, see you, boys. Wait.
What a dirty rat. Anyway, let him go. We don't need him
If this is a
anyway.
joke, it ain't funny.
Oh god, that thing is
Looks
huge.
like this is it. At least we know our luck can't get any worse from here. Dumban?
Dixon, take care of the survivors.
Dumban, what are you playing at?
Those idiots. I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. That thing's gonna be mine.
Oh no, please! No!
And that is called Divine Retribution.
If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
We're getting a nice sweeping overview of everything now. So, the people of this world actually live atop the back of the two titans that we saw fighting at the very beginning of the game, which I think is such a cool concept. There you have it, the first 15 minutes of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. If that didn't get you fired up for what else the game has to offer, I don't know what will. We'll load in here to 1 year later, where the game truly begins.
A Mechon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled. It's completely useless. Ugh. Huh? An M69! Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to... Shul!
Meet Shulk and Rhine, the two main characters of the game.
It's just a crabble. It was using the Mechon armor as a shell.
I'll lure it away and topple it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
Right away, we're heading into our next battle. Things are a little more low stakes than when we were Dunban fighting mechons. We're now level 1 fighting a crab. We're going to learn about the HP gauge. When the HP gauge is depleted, the character will be incapacitated. Select an art and press A to confirm. We have an art called Backslash, which will deal damage from the back, as the name implies. It's one of Shulk's arts. Our other art is Light Heal, which will restore HP. And we get to select who will actually be healed. So, as you can probably tell just from the visuals, Shulk is more of a DPS and Ryan is more of a tank. So what you want to do is you want to get Ryan to try to draw the enemy's attention so Shulk can get behind it and use his Backslash art. We cannot, however, use the same art repeatedly. There's a cooldown after each ability. This is the part that I said really reminded me of MMOs, because if you've played any World of Warcraft or any games like that, a lot of those games are based around ability cooldowns. So that's what really makes me think of World of Warcraft when I play this game, is the ability cooldown aspect. So there you go, we did the backslash on the crab. Unfortunately, by doing that, it did a lot of damage, drawing aggro back to Shulk, so we've got to wait for Ryan to get aggro again as well. We've got the ability for talent arts as well, which can only be used when the talent gauge is full. So, our talent art is called Turn Strike. Our attack will inflict break. Looks like that did enough damage to actually defeat the enemy, and defeated enemies will drop treasure chests. Hooray! Press A to open it and take the loot. Don't mind if I do. Inside, we have an iron crabble shell and a small shell. Alright. Good job, Ryan. Oh wait, there's more monsters. The green ring actually stops us from escaping. We need to defeat the monster to make the ring disappear. Meaning, guess what? We're not done yet. Luckily, we can start off with a backslash doing a ton of damage to that common caterpile there. Now they're telling us about aggro. If I've been using the term and you have no idea what I'm talking about, this should help. Be aware of aggro during battle. Aggro is the measure of a monster's feelings of animosity towards each party member. The more damage that a monster takes from a party member, the greater the aggro towards that member. If a member of the party becomes the target of a monster's wrath, an aggro ring will appear around them, which is a red ring around the bottom of the character's feet. So we need to make the most of chance arts. For example, Shulk's backslash deals more damage if he attacks from behind. This is called the art's bonus effect. When you're in a position to gain an art's bonus effect, it will be helpfully highlighted for you as a chance art. Use the aggro rings to help find the best position. When an aggro ring appears around Ryan, Shulk has the chance to use backslash from the rear. If successful and the bonus effect condition is met, the damage value will be displayed in a big pop-up. So I feel like they just kind of explained the mechanics that I demonstrated to you guys in the very first battle, but hey, nothing wrong with some more explanations. So yeah, the issue is that Shulk will draw aggro when he does his big backslash, but it's okay. Regardless, we've defeated the monster.
Stay where I can keep an eye on you. It's pretty dangerous outside of the colony. There are all kinds of monsters.
Yeah, but thanks to you, we got its shell. Everyone in the colony is going to be really happy.
I'm more worried about you than the shell. Oh, whatever. Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent weapon out of it. This scrap driver's excellent.
I just learned by watching Dixon make weapons.
Of course, Dunban's weapon still beats them all.
Those are some names you'll probably recognize. Dixon and Dunban. Apparently Shulk and Ryan here know the heroes that we were introduced to.
If I'm late for drills again, old Square Tash is gonna kill me.
Square Tash? Oh, the Defense Force Colonel. He's pretty scary.
Tell me about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break.
Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
Clearly, Ryan's a really good friend, leaving his break at the military to come keep an eye on Shulk while he scavenges for parts. So we now need to follow the dotted path to advance the story. We can also check out the story memo by pressing ZR. It'll give us a little guidance on what we would need to do. We can use right stick to move the camera, and we can press plus to open the system menu where we can save our progress. We can't save during battles and story events, however we can save in most other situations. The game also includes an autosave feature, which is really nice, and that'll keep us saved up. We can review tutorials at any time, and further tutorials are added as you play the game. Wow, there's a lot of, speaking of tutorials, there's a lot to start here. We've also got the Event Theater, which is now available from the game's title screen. This lets you rewatch any events you've seen before. Cool. Alright, so we completed our first battles, and by defeating that caterpillar, we actually got another treasure chest, so we'll take that. Let's take a quick look around. Looks like I don't even know what this junk is, but clearly Shulk was interested in it, and like I said, good guy Ryan, giving up time, precious time on his break to come help out. So we need to head down here. Along the way, there are some monsters. We don't necessarily have to fight the monsters. Not all monsters are drawn to us immediately. Like this little bunnet right here, we could have just walked on by. However, I'm desperate for battle, so let's see what we can do here and get a few fights in. Boom, we'll grab the treasure chest. And there's a bunnet taken down. Let's at least fight like one of each of the monsters that we see on the path here. I feel like that makes sense. So this is a little skeeter. I don't know if I'd call him little. He seems like the biggest bug I've possibly ever seen. Gave us a broken antenna. Taking our spoils, now we'll continue moving down. So obviously one of the biggest appeals of any JRPG is exploring the vast open worlds, and I think Xenoblade Chronicles is one of the best in the entire genre at giving you fun worlds to explore. As you'll see here, we're being introduced to something called the Collectivepedia, where we can gather collectibles. And God knows, if you give me a large open world and a large amount of collectibles, that is just a recipe for me to lose myself in some of these game worlds. I'm a big collector, so running around and picking up these little blue circles is definitely an addicting part of the game for me. We'll pick them up as we go. Up here we've got some more caterpillars, caterpiles. Let's take them out, shall we? Oh my god, Shulk can be very dramatic when he gets hit. Do you hear the literal screams? I gotta heal myself. These caterpiles are tougher than I thought. Maybe it's because we're fighting 2-on-1 here, but we can definitely do this is right. Apparently caterpiles in this universe have like insanely thick skin, but I guess it makes sense that they're rather unusual because they're also growing to this ginormous size. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a caterpillar this size on planet Earth. Miss. Are we gonna get beat up by a caterpillar here? That would be very embarrassing. Come on. Come on, guys. I need you to get this together. Why do we keep missing? This is embarrassing! He can't have much HP left, can he? If I had had my time back, I would never have fought this stupid caterpillar! Oh my god, Ryan is dead! Come on, Shulk, you just literally need one hit. Or not. Wow, there you have it, folks. We are 25 minutes into Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. We've already gotten our butts handed to us, and perhaps most embarrassingly, our butts were handed to us by giant caterpillars. Alright, I learned my lesson. And hey, now we get to learn about incapacitation. If the leader is incapacitated, you will return to the previous landmark. Womp womp. Apparently we actually leveled up by dying? Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Okay. Maybe fighting those caterpillars were a good thing after all. Death's just one more learning experience. But it looks like we also got an achievement for dying there, so all in all, maybe I don't regret fighting those caterpillars after all. Fortunately, we gotta make up our lost ground now and try to get back to where we were, and we can grab the treasure chest, but the one caterpillar we defeated dropped. Let's grab that. And then let's move past the caterpiles and on with our lives. I've had enough caterpiles for one day. Right. Just trying to look around and get a sense of where we're at. We're in some sort of canyon. Ah, it looks like the town's up ahead. Not much further now. Let's keep it moving, folks. Welcome to Colony 9, hometown of both Shulk and Ryan.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
All right. See you later.
Bye. Guess the climate here in Colony 9 must be pretty mild, because Ryan isn't shy about showing off his abs, is he? So, the only battle member now is Shulk. Ryan has officially left us. And now we can visit the shops. I don't know if we have any money, but we definitely picked up some loot that we can sell, so maybe we'll check it out. We can also accept quests from people we see around town. We can talk to anyone with an exclamation mark above their head. And we can also trade with some named individuals. It says enjoy quests and trading alongside the story. We discovered a landmark, the main entrance of Colony 9. This is a very, very beautiful part. You might have seen when the Colony 9 little logo popped up, but Colony 9 is located at the very base of one of the giants. We're basically at the foot of one of the titans, which I always think is pretty cool. Alright, let's head inside, and right away we can talk to people. One tip that I learned very early on in my Xenoblade Chronicles adventures is that you always want to talk to named NPCs twice. Usually they have 2 pieces of dialogue, so for example, we'll talk to Dorothy once. She says, you know the soldier who keeps watch in the residential district? She's my friend. She's been in the defense force longer than me. I should go out somewhere with her, have a little fun. And this gives us a tutorial about the affinity chart. Talking to named residents of an area or town will register them on the affinity chart, which shows the relationships between party members and the residents. This is another super cool part of the game. Literally every town has actually named residents that you can get to know, and they have relationships with each other. We're not talking about no-named NPCs giving you quests. A lot of these NPCs you'll actually get to know and develop relationships with, which is kind of cool. So, now we can speak to Dorothy one more time, and she says if I do go out somewhere with her, I mustn't spend too much, though. Maybe I should sell materials, too. There's good money in that, right? So there you go. That's 2 pieces of dialogue, and then we'll keep moving on. Whoa! Liliana's fast! That snot-nosed brother of mine. I said I'd play with him, and he just ran off. Well, whatever. I can play by myself.
Look at this!
Rocco seems down in the dumps lately. Something's bothering him. But that's not my problem. I'll let him sort it out. Okay, Liliana. You do you. Obviously, exploring around every corner will give you some interesting things to find. Like, for example, we just found a wedding ring. I don't know who dropped that, but someone's probably going to be looking for it, so we'll hang on to it for now.
Hi there.
So this is just Colony 9 resident. You can obviously still talk to them, but they're not as important to talk to as the named residents. This guy says, oh Shulk, you've been out again? Let me guess, searching for scrap metal as usual. Not that it's scrap anymore when you get your hands on it. This Shulk must be a real whiz with a hammer. We've got Marcia with an exclamation point over her head. What do you have for us, Marcia? Dearie me, my grandsons are having quite the altercation, and now to get the upper hand, they are both in training. That doesn't sound good. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? I certainly haven't. I do hope the younger of the 2 wins, though. He's my flesh and blood, after all. That's why I'd like someone to take him the biscuits I've made. It might encourage him to train harder. I guess that's me then, hey? We need to take Marcia's biscuits to her grandson, Jarok. Jarok is in the residential district training to win a fight with his older brother. So, we can view quests in the quest log. I'm most grateful, my legs aren't what they used to be, you see. Even getting to the residential district is awkward. I'll make you some biscuits. No problem, leave it to me. Make sure my grandson gets those biscuits. All of them, preferably. So you're saying I shouldn't eat any then, Marcia? Well, I'll try my best. So here's another thing that Xenoblade Chronicles has a lot of, and that is side quests. Xenoblade Chronicles has over 400, that's right, 400 side quests that you can do in the game, which are obviously quite time consuming if you want to hit 100%. Probably half of them are just your typical MMO style fetch quests, so for the purposes of this playthrough, I'm probably going to skip those or not go out of my way to do them at the very least. The quests that I want to focus on are the quests from people named NPCs, essentially. Those quests are usually more in-depth and have more of a story than the quests you'll get from unnamed NPCs, which is usually just a classic fetch quest. I believe here, like, for example, in Colony 9, I think there's like 80 quests that you can take on. You won't unlock them all at once, you'll unlock some as the story progresses, as you gain relationships with other people, etc. But it's just like an overwhelming amount of side quests that I feel like if you focus on them, especially your first time through the game, you'll almost get sick of the game a little bit, and it certainly dilutes the story. So for the purposes of our playthrough, I am gonna, well, we'll probably still pick up all the quests we come across, but I'm basically going to focus on the quests from actual named NPCs. Like that quest we just picked up right there from Colony 9 resident, just a simple fetch quest. We'll pick it up, and if we go there, then we can grab it, but we won't go out of our way. Alright, so where am I going again? I'm going to the weapon workshop, or whatever Ryan called it, which is over here. The mini-map up in the upper corner will help us out in getting around. On the way, I'm just picking up all these quests from these people who have lost things. She's lost a key, for instance. Gem Man. Well, we just got to level 4 because apparently uncovering landmarks also gives you experience points, so that's a nice way to level up. And Gem Man says, "Hey you, listen here a bit." "Hello there, youngin'. I got something that might interest you. Rather, something to tell you. It's about this here furnace. When creatures die, they leave ether crystals behind. Everyone knows that, don't they? Ether particles in the body are... Oops, that stuff's too complicated. Just remember that creatures drop ether crystals when they die. But I haven't got to the best part yet. Ready? Don't be shocked. This furnace compresses ether crystals and removes impurities. You use it to make ether gems. What? No reaction? Ha, kids these days. You don't know how amazing this thing is. You can use the furnace to make ether gems. They've got the powers of ether crystals, but highly condensed. These ether gems can give you all sorts of powers. They're great for use in the home or by the defense force. Just put them in weapons or armor with slots. What? That's not much of a reaction. Never mind. It'd probably be quicker for you to try it. If you want to give it a try, just put gems in your weapon slots. That weapon of yours will do fine. Perfect, so he gave us a strength up 2 gem and a HP up 2 gem. We can use these gems to strengthen our equipment. Gems have various different qualities. If a gem is inserted into a piece of equipment that has a slot, the weapon takes on that quality. So, let's equip some gems, shall we? We'll go right into... How do I get to my... menus? Not that button. This button? Not that button. This button. This button. Here we go. Change equipment. The button was X, if you're wondering. So we do have a junk sword equipped, made by Shulk for self-defense. It's not a very effective sword, but it's as best as we have right now, and we can put in our gems. So this will increase our maximum HP by 12%, and this will increase our strength by 20. So as you can probably imagine, these gems, slotting them into our equipment is very important. We also picked up something when we were out. We picked up the 9 cap. A light, comfortable hat fashionable in Colony 9. One thing that I really like about this game, I think I've said that about 50 times since we started this episode, but another thing that I really like about this game is that you actually see the equipment show up on your character. I feel like games are like 50-50 on whether they do this or not. In some games, you get a new equipment, you equip it, your character looks the exact same. In other games, you get new equipment, you equip it, and your character looks different. I like that much better. I like that when we equip this new thing, Shulk gets these cute little goggles that we can now see, and we can actually customize our characters throughout our journey. There's also different like appearances that we can actually equip throughout as well to sort of override what our equipment looks like. For example, if you want to gaze at Shulk's athletic body, you can do that. However, I think for right now we'll leave him fully clothed, and now we've learned all about gems. Don't mind if I do. Keep heading this way. Picking up whatever quests from whatever Colony 9 residents. He wants us to defeat some monsters. What do you want us to do, gal? She wants us to find some items. Perfect. And over here looks to be where they want us to go for the main story. Across this big bridge. Wait, could I talk to those people? I could. But I see our objective flag right over here, so I'm gonna keep moving. This is the central plaza. Looks like back there seems to be like the barracks or something. Let's go see. Discovering landmarks. The colony features landmarks, important places and hidden areas, and locations, places of interest. Find all of the landmarks and locations in an area to open up the complete area map. So not only do you get the reward, the experience point reward for finding all the locations, it'll also open up your map, so you almost get twice the incentive to find all these little locations. Completionist sake and leveling up sake. Colony 9 has got quite a large defense structure here. And I guess this is where the weapons lab must be as well.
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
Uh-oh. Did we come at a wrong time?
The Colonel's gonna explode.
Me and Shulk thinking the same thing.
Mobile artillery into a house. How long have you been in the force?
That's a mustache.
It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered. But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine, they win.
Yes, sir.
You're a disgrace to the uniform. Are you forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6? Stick your back into it, maggots! Move it!
Shulk, you might want to back away slowly.
Back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode!
Colonel, we can't move the artillery.
What? You better give a damn good reason why.
Sir, the impact of the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Well, change the cylinder then. Can't you even do something as simple as that?
The auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve.
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers!
Wow, you didn't have to resort to physical violence, bud.
Before they see any action.
Yeah. I gotta say, the background music while he was telling off his subordinates was pretty awesome, though, so at least we got to experience that. I'm not sure, should we even go over here? I'm a little worried. Vanguard? Put your backs into it! Get a move on, you maggots! Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here. Wait a minute, there's a familiar face. Look who it is. Ryan's back to work. And he's doing push-ups. Whew. Well, let's not get in the middle of that either, shall we? Let's keep moving. Looks like the weapons base is in here somewhere. Exterminate some monsters. Absolutely. We'll add it to the log. Weapon Development Lab. Here we go. We finally made it. Goodness, this was quite the hike. Hello there. What do you want? We run out of materials for my research, but too busy to go get more. Friends maybe go get for me? Fetch quest number 50. I'll add it to the log. Alright, luckily for us, we actually already have 1 out of 2 of the things we need. But anyway, we'll deal with that later. Whoa! There's a familiar looking sword. The Monado.
Right, Shulk? How are you?
Speaking of familiar, there's a familiar face.
When did you get back to Colony 9?
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your research notes really helped.
So, you can activate it now then?
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
Yeah, for everyone except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
You think so? What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass. The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers.
Which means?
The Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
If we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Dunban! Dunban!
Prioritize the most severely injured! Come on, get a move on!
So this is a flashback to 1 year ago when Dunban returned from the war. We saw him fighting, severely injured. And he tells Shulk something. Speak up, Dunban. I want to hear you. Whatever he said totally freaked out Shulk.
It was the Monado. It was controlling me.
Finally, we got our subtitles.
Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Dunban.
And I guess that's what sparked Shulk's research into the Monado.
Delivered to the defense force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
Shulk, you're spending too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age. That's why you're always looking so pasty. You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while. All right, I'm off.
Thanks for the advice, Dixon. I mean, you're pretty pasty yourself, but anyway. We'll see what we can do about getting some fresh air every now and then. Poor Shulk. He's just doing his best and focusing on his interests. This mysterious Monado. What is it really? Guess only time will tell. Speaking of Dunban, there he is, and you can see the Monado essentially shredded his arm.
Are you awake yet?
Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Don't be silly. Do you want me to feed you?
Don't treat me like an invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better. I really thought I lost you back then.
Yes, but now I'm almost well enough to handle the Monado again.
Dunban, don't say that. The Mechon have gone now. Oh, why would you say that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
Okay. More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I made something really special today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you go.
Okay. Dunban, thanks.
I'm not finished yet. I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
Guess that's what you have a left hand for, hey? Look at this, we've now switched party members. Fiora has made something special for Shulk. Take it to him before it gets cold. So this is a story quest which must be completed. Very, very important that we deliver Shulk's meal before it gets cold. So as you can see, Fiora is Dunban's brother, and she is another one of the main characters of the story. We now get to control her, and we'll go meet up with Shulk.
Hey, Fiora.
Dixon!
Looks like you're in a hurry. Where are you off to?
I just thought I'd take Shulk some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air. You know where he'll have gone.
Outlet Park.
That's the one.
Okay. Thanks, Dixon.
Well, at least that saves us some time. We know exactly where Shulk is, and we can follow our handy-dandy quest marker to get there. So Shulk's actually outside of Colony 9 to some sort of outlook. So we just need to be careful when we're heading up there, because there are monsters about. Although, luckily, none of them are aggressive, so they should leave us alone. On the way, we can pick up all of these little collectibles. Boop. So as you can see, the time of day does progress in the game as well. Right now it's 6:30 p.m., so the sun is starting to go down. Perfect time for some dinner. We actually just completed one of our gathering quests. Perfect. Luckily for those gathering type quests, you don't actually need to go find the quest giver and hand them in either. Once you get the required items, it just marks it right off. So it's easy peasy lemon squeezy, you get the rewards. That's why I usually just pick up all the quests when I'm in town, because some of them is literally can just be achieved by walking around and picking up those items. So as long as you actually have the quest picked up, then you can complete the quest at any time. Alright, I think we finally made it to the park. Holy moly, that was a lot of stairs. Fiora got her cardio in.
The Monado. It's the only sword that's effective against the Mechon armor. They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis. The same Bionis that we all live on. It must have a secret. That's how Dunban was able to destroy so many Mechon. And why he lost the use of his right arm. If I can just unlock the secret of its power.
Shulk!
Fiora! This is great. It tastes so good.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, Shulk, you say that every day.
Not quite. It's always delicious. But today, it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I used some special herbs and spices today. So if you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Look, free food is free food. I get it, Shulk. If someone gave me free food, I'd say it was amazing too.
Ah, the breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Ryan. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Huh?
It's like the universe heard you guys. Suddenly it's loud.
There hasn't been much falling lately.
And suddenly there's stuff falling out of the sky. Whoa! The colony has lasers set up just to blow debris out of the sky? I suppose depending on how far up the Bionis it fell, it could be very dangerous, so it makes
There might be
sense.
more on the way.
But still.
The anti-air batteries can't protect us out here. Let's get back to the lab.
Okay.
It's the perils of living at the foot of a giant titan. You have to contend with whatever falls from its head. Alright, our quest is complete. Fiora made something special for Shulk, and Shulk says it was even more delicious than usual. So, characters can shout out an affinity cry to another party member to encourage or assist them depending on how the battle's going for them. You can go up to a party member and press B to encourage. It'll help party members suffering daze or topple. Encouragement and help improve the affinity between the two party members. So, this brings us to heart-to-hearts, which is an important mechanic of the game. You can chat with your friends in a heart-to-heart. Search for the little icons that have the handshake. Each one indicates a possible heart-to-heart. Why not check out the icon in Outlook Park? We can also switch the party leader, so we choose which character we control directly. Right now we're Fiora, and we're going to make Shulk be our little tag-along. But seeing as we're here, we may as well check out this heart-to-heart event, right? This one's called Surprise in the Park. So the whole affinity mechanic is a very important aspect of the game, and you can increase characters' affinity by bringing their characters together when you're adventuring, by completing quests, and by doing these heart-to-heart events. So, let's do Sunrise in the Park right now. Hey, Shulk. You remember that time we watched the sunrise right here? It was when we were quite young. Yeah, I remember. We came because... Oh, we get to choose. I invited you, or something about you and Dunban. I feel like it's probably something about you and Dunban makes the most sense. You had a big falling out. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. So you can actually look up guides. There are quote-unquote right answers that will get you more affinity points, but I feel like a lot of times you can just sort of feel it out what the right answer is, like I did there. Fiora says, yeah, it wasn't pretty. Really, it had nothing to do with you, but I still dragged you out and made you stay up all night. I'm glad we did it, even though it was only that one time. We talked for hours and hours about all our hopes and dreams, and then you fell asleep on my arm as we looked up at the stars. Oh no. What? What is it? Oh, Shulk. I have this terrible feeling I said something really embarrassing, like I wanted to get married? Shulk, you don't remember what I said back then? Kind of? I can't quite put my finger on it. Hold on. I know I'll get it. Oh, don't worry. No need to remember. Forget I even brought it up. Anyway, that's the end of that conversation. Let's talk about something else. Okay, whatever you say, Fiora. Yes, I think I pulled it off. He doesn't suspect a thing. I hope he remembers one day. But for now, it's just a bit too embarrassing. So as you can see, Shulk and Fiora are very much childhood lovers. And by doing that little heart-to-heart, Shulk actually leveled up to level 5, so sometimes talking about your feelings really does pay off, hey? Alright, let's get back into town before it gets too late, and just in case any more debris falls from the sky. I have a feeling we'd suffer a bit more of a concussion if we got hit by a piece of falling debris coming from all the way up at the top of the Titan. Alright, we can get back into the city right here. This is a different path than we used to come in. This is the residential district, and you'll see right here there's another icon for a heart-to-heart, but we can't view it yet. So just because you come across a heart-to-heart spot doesn't mean you can interact with it right away. Sometimes you'll need different characters, or you'll need to have done certain things in the story, and that's one of those locations. I'm going to cut through the residential district. We can talk to some of the characters here, including Jolili. I'm so worried about my grandson that I cannot sleep. I wish he can make friends. I believe my grandson can do anything. He will make friends soon. Who's your grandson? I'll be his friend. Aha, and this must be the guy we need to deliver Grandma's sandwiches to, Jorok. What's up? Do you need to see me for something? Are those Grandma's biscuits? Oh, biscuits, not sandwiches. She really shouldn't have gone to all the trouble. Thanks for bringing them for her. Please thank Grandma for me as well. Alright, well that was easy. Looks like there might be some other quests over here.
Good day.
that one up. There's someone hiding behind this building here. Hello? Oh, you're not someone, you're something. One of the lost items we were looking for. Giving us enough experience for a level up. Heck yeah, gotta keep an eye out around every corner. Alright, it's late, so a lot of the stores are closed up for the evening. I'll just keep moving for now, over this way. Still following me back there, Shul? Good boy. Keeping up with Fiora's long legs. Quest giver right over here. I told you they were everywhere. Oh, this is the guy who lost his wedding ring. Luckily for you, I've already found a random wedding ring. So give me those experience points and coins. Woohoo! Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hello.
I feel like my research is coming along well. Fancy helping out? Only joking. You've got enough on your plate as it is.
Hello.
Me and the old guy parked in front of the HQ are complete opposites. Every time we bump into each other, we start arguing. But I respect him, and he respects me. That's how it's always been. I mean, that's good, I guess. At least you're arguing with respect. Respectfully arguing, if you will, which seems like an oxymoron, but anyway.
Hi there.
Hey, Monica. There's this guy I really like. You don't know who it is, do you? Then I have nothing to say to you. Okay, is it this guy you're walking right behind, Eric? Quickly advancing my research is top of my priority list. I must put all the energy I have into that, and that alone. I'm still a nobody around here, so I must prove what I can do. I believe in you, Eric and Monica. Follow your heart's desires. Oh, look who's in here. Hey, Ryan. Why are you staring at the Monado? Why are you picking it up?
Ryan! What are you doing? Shulk! No, I'm just...
So that's what they mean by nobody but Dunban can use it. It's acting like it's got a mind of its own as soon as Ryan picked it up. And now he's gonna trash the place. Great. Wait a minute, the blade bounced off her?
Ryan!
Goodness.
Oh, Fiora, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's broken.
What? What do you mean it's broken? Don't you care about me? I could have died.
You're not hurt, are you? The Monado can't cut people.
Interesting.
More importantly, what were you thinking, Ryan?
Sorry, I came to ask a favor, but you weren't here. And I saw the Monado and...
I know I'm here a lot, but even I need fresh air sometimes. Is your body still feeling numb? We have to be very careful with the Monado. It's not a toy.
I know, man. I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that. Sorry. But is it true? The Monado really can't cut people?
The pattern in that circle. Or maybe it's a symbol. I think it shows which power the Monado has at the moment.
Shulk can pick it up. Interesting.
Well, if I can find a way to increase the number of symbols, I should.
I'm sure that's all very clever. But why were you more worried about a machine than me, Shulk?
Well, I just
You were pretty cold there, bud.
That's not the point.
Sorry.
Stupid boys, am I right? Uh-oh. Whoa.
Look at you, worthless without the Monado.
Until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
So, of
course I want to get my revenge!
Your blade, it did not cut deep enough.
Those were some crazy visions.
Shulk! Shulk!
What the hell happened to you,
What happened
Shulk?
there? Ryan. Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
No. Ryan, when you held the Monado, did you see anything?
You know, like a blue blade made of light came out. Same as just now.
I don't mean that. A feeling like time had stopped, and then...
Time had stopped.
So, was it only me who saw that?
That sounds strange. Is it another Monado thing?
Who knows? Anyway, no matter how good a sword it is, that's what happens when you hold it. Looks like Dunban really is the only one who can use it.
I won't let my brother use it ever again. Not after what it did to him.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Anyway, the point is I'm fine. To be honest, this has happened a few times before. I've been researching the Monado for a long time.
Shulk, don't act as if this is nothing.
Look, don't worry about it. Anyway, Ryan, what did you want to ask me about?
Oh, yeah, old Squaretash has gone and put me on punishment duty. Fancy tagging along?
Punishment? The Colonel was pretty angry today. Did he hit you?
Well, whether he hit me is neither here nor there, really. Although, actually, he did end up hitting me.
I mean, your boss should not be hitting you, no matter the circumstances, or making you do 1,000 squats and sit-ups. Poor old Ryan is being abused at his day job.
The ether cylinders.
That's the one. They're used to power the mobile artillery. Looks like the damage has been repaired. They can't move without the ether energy. And it seems like the fueling station's all out of stock.
Is the mobile artillery that big machine that crashed in the residential district?
Yeah, probably.
You know your way around there, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah, knew you would.
Hold on. The Magmel ruins are in Tephra Cave, right? I heard that there's a Mel lizard nest there. I couldn't take it if anything happened to Shulk. He's delicate. Not like you, Ryan.
Wow, thanks? Question mark?
I'll be fine. I
What do you mean delicate?
But...
Okay, I got it. I'll make you a promise. Shulk won't even get a scratch.
a promise doesn't mean much coming from you.
God, Fiora's some hard on Ryan, hey? Poor guy.
She don't trust me at all.
Nah, she doesn't mean it.
Alright, well there you have it. Now Shulk's gonna be helping out Ryan, and they are back in the party. Characters' arts can now be leveled up, and characters can now learn skills. Alright guys, that is the first hour of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Obviously a bit of a slow start, as most JRPGs are, but on our next episode things are definitely gonna heat up. I hope you liked what you saw so far, which is obviously just scratching the surface of this enormous world, but already I am so happy to be back revisiting this game. It's been so long since I last played, and I'm just very excited to replay the game again and refresh my memory on the story. A lot of things that happen are probably going to be as much of a surprise to me as they are to you if you're watching for the very first time, so we can probably call this a bit of a semi-blind playthrough because there's no way my brain has remembered the details of everything that happened in this game. Regardless, that's it for right now. Please hit that subscribe button if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments section below, are you a fan of the Xenoblade Chronicles series, or is this your very first time seeing the games? I'm interested to know how many veterans versus newbies we've got around here. Regardless, that's it for now, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here again real soon for another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.